Our players know that. And so we enjoy it, and they should enjoy tonight, and they've worked hard for it. But, you know, any other discussion other than trying to win next week isn't productive.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. What can you say about Sam's leadership and playmaking ability to consistently lead this team week in and week out to get these wins that are so crucial every week?
Well, Sam has really worked hard, and he's talented, and he's a good football player. He's grown as a leader. I think last year really helped him. And he's got some really good teammates. You know, we have good football players, and certainly Sam is one of them, but, you know, I don't think the collection of running backs we have get enough credit because we share carries between three backs. Those guys are good players, and we're very talented at receiver, and we've got a really, really good offensive line, and we can run the ball and we can throw it, and we do a lot of different things, and we're doing them well. And Sam is obviously the orchestrator of it, and he's, you know, the quarterback, and you know, and he's playing at a really high level, but so are his teammates, and he'll be the first to tell you that.
You mentioned the college football. Connor, go ahead.
You mentioned some of the good things that the defense did. How much of a factor was it to get some guys healthy on that side of the ball and see them fly around?
It helped getting some guys back, no question. So, you know, Nasir, you know, our goal was to play him, you know, 15 to 20 plays a day and bring him back slowly. I think that went well. You know, we got Zion back. You know, we rolled a lot of guys in there today, which we want to do. And then at the end, you know, to be able to get some of the backups in there and give them game experience is only going to help us down the line.
Coach, you said you wanted to be in the college football playoff mix. I don't know how much television you watch during the week, but Tuesday night at 7:30, do you anticipate you're going to be watching the first ranking?
I anticipate I'll be meeting on our kickoff and our kickoff return team at that time, Josh. So if you want to tweet out the rankings or something, maybe at 9 o'clock at night, I'll find out what they are.
You got it.
All right.
Anything else for Coach?
Hopefully not.
I think we're good.
All right. We'll see you all on Tuesday. Thanks again for covering us, and go Deeks.
All right, guys. Looks like we got Rondell with us.
Rondell, how did it feel to get out there and have a lot better performance than last week's?
It felt really good because we talked about it all week. Even right after the Army game, we talked about how we can't give up 90 points again, and we have to pay more attention to detail. And we
Hey, Rondell, I believe you have muted yourself somehow, or somebody there has muted you. There you go.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. One more time.
Rondell, just how important was it for the defense to come out and have this kind of display? Did you all kind of enter this game with the chip on your shoulder of sorts?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The chip on the shoulder, like I said, from last week. And just knowing we can be who we are and be one of the best defenses in the ACC in the country. And we just got to get back to playing that way. And I think we did somewhat today. We can, like I said, we can still just keep going.
Rondo, how do you maintain confidence after two defensive performances that were a bit of a struggle?
I think two people were talking that time. I didn't hear that question.
How do you maintain confidence after the last couple games, and how do you come out and put together a confident performance like that?
It's just, I think it's knowing who we can be and knowing we weren't the defense we could be in the past 3 weeks, and just keeping our foot on the gas and knowing we can be better, paying attention to detail and practicing every rep, every second like it's a game, preparing like it's a game.
Rondell, How disappointed were y'all that they finally got in the end zone and it wasn't a shutout?
Say that again. Sorry.
How disappointing was it that you guys didn't finish it and get the shutout?
I mean, it was disappointing, but you can't really dwell on it because it was last few minutes of the game, and I think we played our asses off. So excuse my language, sorry, but we played our butts off the whole game, and you can't really dwell on that last touchdown.
Rondell, was the key to this kind of keeping Durant under wraps and making sure that, he didn't have successful plays to start off on first down?
Yeah, it was him for the most part, but their team in general, they're a really balanced team, and they averaged, what was it? I think it's like 500, 600 yards in offense, and our plan was keep them under 150 yards, which I think they just got over that, and communication issues we should have fixed, but yeah, keeping 21, and then the quarterback runs we got to obviously stop.
Rondell, I know you guys have a 1-0 mentality, but how good does it feel to be 8-0 on the season?
It feels good. The 1-0 mentality it keeps us balanced, it keeps us level-headed. But the 8-0, like seeing 8-0 and whatever ranking we're going to be is cool. But it's easy to get like washed away in the noise. So the 1-0 thing keeps us level-headed.
Anything else for Rondell? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Could you talk about the chemistry that you've got with your receivers and how that's grown and how high of a level you guys are playing at right now offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, it looks and feels really good. And I mean, it's a credit to those guys. They're going up and making plays on the ball and obviously getting open. And then again, I mean, it goes to the line and the tight ends and the running backs. I mean, you see them in protection, they're making those big blocks. And again, none of that gets off the ground if they don't make those blocks and kind of sacrifice their body for it. And it is fun. And I have a lot of trust. And, I think we hit, everybody in the 2 deep, I want to say, right. And I mean, that's impressive in a game like that to, even we're moving the ball down the field. There's not really any, the guys that you're like, I don't know if I trust them. Like it's a very fun thing. And yeah, the chemistry is pretty high.
Hey, Sam, congrats on the win. It seemed like you guys were firing really on all cylinders all afternoon today and playing as a collective unit. What can you say about the resiliency of this team and how you guys consistently win games week in and week out and when it matters most?
I think we just rely on each other. I think, we have resiliency and, we're a tough football team. And I think it's just, there's that bond and there's that, that grit, whatever you want to call it, that, we have, and it's just guys play for each other, not playing for themselves. And that's going to be the biggest challenge is, you get the accolades, you get the awards, you get the ACC player of the weeks, and can we keep playing for ourselves or for each other and not play for ourselves? And it's enjoyable though. I mean, the success, we've earned the success, but nothing's going to be given for the rest of the year. And we're going to have to, keep showing up and keep being consistent.
Thank you.
Sam, was the late first half false start on 4th and 2 probably as frustrated as you were the entire game?
Yeah. We were pissed about that one.
And I guess the second question, how good did it feel for you today to make some plays with your feet? I mean, there's a couple times you scrambled, had some different arm angles and found receivers. And then also later, you scored a couple times on the ground too. You're able to kind of show off your arsenal a little bit today.
I mean, it's just what the defense gives us. And, that the guys, there was open receivers, but there was also some green grass and decided to take it and run. So, I mean, it's just whatever the defense gives me and what the play call, kind of calls for. But, it's just the flow of the game. And sometimes you have to run and sometimes you don't.
Sam, I know last week was fun, but given the completeness of this game and the defense's play, was this about as performance as you've seen from you guys this year?
Yeah, I think on both sides of the ball, we had good execution, and it is nice. It's nice to see your defense have success, and and they've had they've been pushing through different injuries and whatnot, and for them to come out and really stop a good run or a really good offense and who's averaging a lot of yards and had a really good running back, great quarterback, and some guys that could go get it. It was just great to see our defense, and we rally off that. We feed off their energy when they make plays, make fourth down stops, and so it definitely does help.
Could you sense anything different in their approach or mentality throughout the week?
I mean, they come ready to go, and I think last week was a challenge. I mean, that's just a different offense that you don't really play, and I think that they go against us, and they're pretty. They do a pretty good job against us as well, and so it was kind of a similar offense that they're facing. But I think you got to answer the bell. I mean, they've been challenged and been tested, and they could have easily just rolled over and said, oh well, but they showed up and they were working hard. But I mean, I think it's the same mentality every week.
Anything else for Sam? All right, thank you. All right, we got Corey here, guys.
Q, how important was it to score early? I know the offense was on a roll last week, but how important was it to get the touchdown on the first drive to kind of keep the momentum rolling?
I just think our offense is on a different level right now. I think every time pretty much we touch the ball, we got an opportunity to score. But getting out early versus Duke was big for us, and that was our plans going into the game.
Corey, I'll ask you the same question I asked Sam. How good is the chemistry right now between the entire receiving corps and Sam? And how has that kind of grown?
I think it just come with chemistry. We've been around with Sam for 4 or 5 years. It's the way he handled things. Just how strict he is, or just how great of a leader he is, and how confident he is, and what he wants us to do. I think when you're around a guy that long, it eventually it's going to click, and I think it's starting to click for us. And Sam is a great leader for us, and it's just exciting to be around him and to be around the receiver unit.
Ja'Cory, you have it on your shirt, good to great. That's the motto. You guys are playing at a high level right now. You talked about the offense playing at a high level. Talk about the focus that you guys have had week to week to go from good to great, and how important that is for you guys to stay on that as you finish up this season.
I just think, these past 8 weeks, guys has just been focused, in the meeting rooms, in the training rooms. And I just think it's just this level of, focusedness within the program right now, 2s and 3s, everybody's just, into it. And it's been like that since week 1. But, we good to great, we're still trying to get the greatness and still trying to achieve some of the things we want to achieve. It's exciting to watch right now. And I think it's going to go well the rest of the season next week. Yeah.
Hey, Ja'Cory, Andrew Snorton, Status Network. Congratulations on today's win. Just like I asked head coach, and you've already described the focus, describe the 1-0 every week mentality and how it's keeping everything aligned with what you guys are trying to accomplish.
So each week, it's a 1 week season, one rep at a time, one play at a time. You just focusing on, your assignments, just making sure you got the mental down, physically you're going to take care of your body. But, it's just within 1 week. Duke was 1 week, Chapel Hill next week going to be 1 week. It's just, focusing on what you got at task, handling business.
Anything else for Ja'Cory?
Ja'Cory, is it one more?
Go ahead.
Is it easy to tune everything out in terms of the national attention, the spotlight that comes with being undefeated this late in the season?
Honestly, yeah. I don't think we're getting the respect that we deserve. So we got to keep pushing. We got to keep fighting. Got to keep battling. Got to keep winning football games. Try not to even worry about the national spotlight. Just want to keep getting after it, keep making plays. Keep going 1-0 each week. And I'm just happy for our group, receiver room. Guys really stepped up, and it's just getting more exciting.
All right. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
All right. We got Chase here to wrap us up tonight, guys. Questions for Chase?
Chase, just I guess, how complete of a performance was this for the defense?
I think it was a really good performance for us defensively. But I think the offense really helped us out too, and we feed off their energy. So when they're flying around making plays, you know, AT, Quarry, Taylor, all those guys making big catches, it helps us feed off of them and helps us play even better.
We talked earlier in the week on the phone about how much it would matter to you guys to get off to a fast start on defense. And did you feel like that played a factor with a couple of fourth down stops and the turnover?
Yeah, I think so. I think anytime, you know, you can get off the field on third and fourth down early, it just kind of gets the ball rolling and allows us to build momentum and just keep playing fast and having fun out there.
Chasing a 45-7 win, you can't really focus on like one play. But I remember early in the game, you went out and chased Gunner as he was heading to the sideline and forced a bad throw. What were you seeing on that play, and how were you able to break free? And how important was it for you to be able to contain him to where you couldn't, scramble and get a first down?
Yeah, on that play, we were actually thinking they were going to kick a field goal at first, but they brought their offense back out there, and they were in a 2 tight end set, and the tight end to the weak side split back strong. So I was thinking it was going to be a split zone run, and then I saw he had the ball, so I just kind of took off and try to go get him after that.
What kind of things did you guys work on and did you focus on this week at practice after, obviously this isn't the triple option, but after giving up 400 yards on the ground, what kind of things did you focus on to cut that down and to be able to stop the run a little bit better?
I would say just trying to get back to playing our brand of defense, focus on the fundamentals, getting off blocks, tackling, and just really being able to defend like an offense is not the option. So it was refreshing to get back to defending an offense that we're going to see more of. And just I think that those are the things we focus on this week.
Anything else for Chase? All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.